Trump's son. There's two different types of autism. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. It's so good. I think it's at the inauguration, and they're both stood next to each other, and Elon's sort of fist pumping and loving it, and Trump's son's just like staring off.
Apparently Trump's son went up to Biden at the inauguration and said, "It's on now."
In exactly 47 seconds, Eric Trump would discover that the manila envelope Jasmine Crockett held contained not just medical records, but a birth certificate that would shatter Trump family mythology. The silence in the House Judiciary Committee hearing room was thick. Cameras from 17 networks capturing every flicker of expression. The manila envelope rested before Jasmine like a paper time bomb, its red wax seal glinting under the surgical lights. Jasmine was no stranger to pressure. 15 years as a Dallas public defender had sharpened her instincts. But today was different. For 72 days, she had investigated the Trump family's genealogy, tracing DNA trails across generations. Minor inconsistencies in hospital records had led to federal labs, DNA testing, and legal reviews. The evidence was airtight. Her DuPont Circle apartment had become a war room of family trees, color-coded documents, and FOIA records, all pointing to one conclusion. The mythology surrounding Donald Trump's youngest son was a fabrication. Eric Trump sat in practice power posture, Armani suit immaculate, gold cufflinks gleaming, confidence rehearsed for television. But Jasmine knew his tells. Tremors in the fingers, shallow breaths.
But we were sent home early to try to avoid being able to take a vote on something like getting these files. We are about doing real transparency. We don't care who's in the
Micro expressions. No camera could miss. He had no idea she had consulted geneticists, behavioral psychologists, and constitutional scholars to prepare a surgical demolition that privilege couldn't deflect. The hearing chamber felt like a modern Coliseum. Reporters, bloggers, and filmmakers packed the gallery. Social media hashtags were already trending. Millions were watching live. The room had witnessed Watergate, Enron, and Lehman Brothers. Today it would witness something unprecedented. Genetic science colliding with political mythology. Jasmine began with precision. Mr. Trump, could you explain why your name doesn't appear on any medical documentation related to Barron Trump's birth in 2006? The first document slid into view. An incomplete birth certificate. Reporters immediately sensed the implication. Eric dismissed it as irrelevant, but his tightened hands betrayed him. Then came the hospital records. Discrepancies, missing paternal signatures, and privacy requests exceeding even celebrity norms. Eric lashed out, calling Jasmine unqualified, a publicity seeker. It was the mistake she'd been waiting for. With deliberate silence, she raised a second document, a paternity test requisition filed in December 2005, months before Barron's birth. The shockwave rippled through the chamber. Finally, she broke the seal on the manila envelope. This, she said with surgical calm, is the result of DNA testing performed by the FBI Forensic Laboratory in 2023. It confirms that Donald Trump is not the biological father of Barron.
It look like evidence. They want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the to me. This looks like more evidence of our national...
The words detonated like a bomb. Silence consumed the room. Cameras captured Eric's face collapsing. Confusion, horror, and then panic. His world was crumbling live before hundreds of millions. Jasmine pressed the trap. For purposes of clarification, Mr. Trump, would you confirm that you consider Barron your legitimate half-brother? Cornered Eric blurted. Of course, Barron is my half-brother. Jasmine delivered the coup de grace, a second DNA test, comparing Eric and Barron directly, proving they shared no paternal lineage. His hands trembled, his voice broke, and sweat drenched his collar. And then the line that would outlive the hearing, echoing across every screen. Truth doesn't care about your comfort zone. 6 words that cut deeper than any insult. Within minutes, #truth does not care was trending globally. TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram erupted, turning the hearing into a cultural earthquake. Historians would later call it the day genetic science confronted political mythology. Legal experts speculated about fraud and falsified documents. Psychologists warned of trauma for Barron. But for the world watching, one truth was undeniable. Preparation and evidence had triumphed over privilege and mythology. As Jasmine packed her briefcase, the broken red wax seal glimmered on the table, a symbol of shattered deception. Eric sat frozen, staring at documents that destroyed his foundation. For Jasmine, it wasn't triumph, but quiet satisfaction. The system had worked. Truth had prevailed. And for the millions watching, the moment wasn't just about politics. It was proof that in the end, no dynasty, no privilege, no comfort zone can withstand scientific truth.